This is Mastering Mathematics with your teacher, Karen Weston.
Hello Antigua Barbuda and the rest of the world. Welcome again to another in the series, Mastering Mathematics. I'm Karen Weston, and this is a program sponsored by the Ministry of Education in conjunction with its EBU unit, Mastering Mathematics Center, and ABS Television. Once again, we're in a classroom sitting because once we have students, it does not have to be a school as you're accustomed to, but anywhere we gather them and we're teaching them, that becomes our classroom. Today, yes, I went straight to my hometown, Parham, and I have some of the students here with me today because they are going to show you that we can learn our tables. You heard the teachers 2 weeks ago when they started telling us about the difficulty they're having with students learning tables. So what are we doing? No, it's not going to be cosmetic. I'm going to have the students right here to you, and after that you will see that we can learn our tables. Well, before you see them as just other bodies in an environment, I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then after that we're going to get straight into mathematics. Starting right here on my left, please tell the people who you are.
My name is Zana Springer.
All right, thank you. Yes.
My name is Sherry Daniel.
Thank you.
My name is Ethan Joshua.
Thank you.
My name is Onya Smith.
All right.
My name is Devonta Smith.
Thank
My
you.
name is Calvin Williams.
All right.
My name is Jonathan Jeffries.
Okay.
My name is Tishana Tracy.
All right. Aren't they looking healthy? Aren't they looking as if they can take care of our country? Yes, because the homes from which they come, their parents want them to be good, strong, intelligent children. And why do we want it for ourselves? Because Confucius told us a long time ago that the strength of a nation is derived from the integrity of its homes. So again, the strength of a nation is derived from the integrity of its homes. So we want to make certain that we are preparing our students for the task at hand. Now, today, I told you already, we're going to take a little break from our fractions because, yes, we're doing our multiplication tables, and the only other operation we have to learn is just the division. But we're going to take a step back because with the multiplication of fractions, we are going to need to know those tables so we can start showing you what we call cancelling. So far, the only thing you know about multiplication when it comes to fractions is that we multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. But there's a second method which would tell you that before we actually perform that operation, we can actually reduce the fractions, cancelling numerator with denominator. But that is for another setting because today, we are stepping back in time to ask about these tables. Tables can't be learned, but it has to be done as a package. I am going to put some, so students, I am with you right now. What is the motto of Parham School? What is your motto?
Excellence through dedication and perseverance.
Again, let me hear it.
Excellence through dedication and perseverance.
All right. What is this perseverance about?
Work hard.
Work hard. All right? Work hard. Does laziness pay?
No.
What pays all the time?
Work hard.
Right. We're going to work. And what do you want for yourselves when you get big?
Jobs.
Jobs. And what do we have to do?
Work hard.
All right. So we have to prepare from now. What is the first table you ever learned in your life?
2 times.
2 times. So let us see if we can, you can give me the answer to them. 2 times 1 would give me what?
2.
2 times 2 would give me what?
4.
And 2 times 3 would give me what?
6.
And 2 times 4 would give me what?
8.
And 2 times 5 would give me what?
10.
2 times 6s would give me what?
12.
And 2 times 7s would give me what?
14.
All right, they're answering up. Boy, they come from Parham, you know, they eat a lot of fish. 2 times 8 would give me what?
16.
Yes. And 2 times 9 would give me?
18.
And 2 times 10 would give me?
20.
And 2 times 11 would give me?
22.
Okay, and 2 times 12, because that's where we, all right, that's where we usually stop in schools. Okay, that's what we usually stop in schools. Now, you're going to tell me, so we have the number 2. And I am going to go straight away, so we're now going 2 and then 3. I'm going to go straight away to our 4 times table. Is there a relationship between 2 and 4?
Yes.
What is it?
They're equal.
No, they're not. Anybody else?
They're both even numbers.
They are both even numbers. So what else in terms of size? Yes, go ahead.
2 can divide it into 4.
2 can be divided into 4. Yes, what else? If I have 2 and I want to get 4, don't tell me to add. What else can I do?
Multiply.
What am I multiplying by?
2 times 2.
2 times 2. Well, I want to tell you a trick. I want to give you a trick right now. 2 times 2. And that would give me back the big broad total of? 4. All right? So, I have a secret to tell you. Don't tell anybody, right? Because we're going to be smart. If you know your 2 times table, you know your 4 times table. Because what are you going to do?
Multiply by 2.
Well, do that for me in your book right now. Write down your 4 times table for me. Let me see if we can get that. Okay? Do that for me right now and let us see. I have to work fast, you know. You can't say work hard and then I see my little friend over there just slouching out on this. She has the whole week. Let's go. We have to work hard and fast. All right? So that's what we're doing right now. Okay. Yes. You can always tell your students exactly what to do. But notice, it's not the first time that you ask a question that they're going to get it. But you keep trying over and over until you get where you want to. Okay? Because what we're doing now is showing them that there's a relationship between the numbers. If we know that and we can show them, they will understand right away that mathematics is a discovery subject. So it's not a matter of just waiting for something to happen. I show them a little and then let them do it. Oh, one of my friends, she's even finished as quickly as this. Okay, so we're going to see. Yes, so we're going to see what is happening here. And I see the little hands going as quickly as ever. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we finish? Yes. Okay. And they're smiling. That is the joy. When you see they know that they have done something and they're going fast. So what did you tell me, Miss Smith? What did you tell me your first name was again? O'Neill? Olia? Okay, so Olia was the first to finish. And do you know that she's not feeling well today? You wouldn't. Because as long as you can inspire them in that classroom, sickness and all goes out the window. And that's what we want to do. We have to motivate our students. Let them see that school is not a drudgery. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Now, let us ask some people here. I told you if you knew your 2 times table that you could know your 4 times table. Now, you didn't use my method, but I want to see if when I say, so look at what I am saying. All these answers that we have, all we have to do when they ask you for your 4 times table is to multiply them by 2. Because you see, this multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. Because we have increased this little one here to 2 times, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're making it a 4. That's what we have done. But notice what we are using as our foundation. We're using our 2 times table. And every little thing, you're going to see this number 2 is, you have to hold it to your chest, you know, because we want to change this up to the 4 times. Now, you're going to check and see if when I multiply by 2, I'm going to get what you had for your 4 times 1, okay? So I am saying 4 times, if I multiply 2 times 2, what am I going to get?
4.
So I'm saying 4 times 1, because remember, it's these numbers, all right, that we are looking at. Is that clear? Okay, so listen to see. So that one is correct. Okay, let's just put it around here so we can see. So we are interested in those that we have enveloped in a 1, okay? Now, let's go fast because I want to send you on a break. Now, if I had to say 2 times 4, what would I get for the answer?
8.
If I had to say 2 times 6, what would I get for the answer?
7.
If I had to say 2 times 8, what would I get?
16.
If I had to say 2 times 10, what would I get?
20.
If I had to say 2 times 12,
24.
if I had to say 2 times 14,
28.
if I had to say 2 times 16,
32.
what, you're bright, man. And if I had to say 2 times 18,
6.
and if I had to say 2 times 20,
40.
and 2 times 22 would give me,
44.
and 2 times 24 would give me,
48.
all right. Now you're going to look and see if these are the numbers, all these numbers up here, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, okay, 4, 28, 32.
36, 40, 44, 48.
If you got that for your 4 times, I'm giving you a break so that you can check, because we're going to talk about it when we come back, all right? So take a little break, look and see what you had, because I'm going to ask some questions when we return. So we'll be right back.
Whenever possible, draw a diagram. Even though you may be able to visualize the situation mentally, a hand-drawn diagram will allow you to label the picture, to add auxiliary lines, and to view the situation from different perspectives. Be sure that you're working in the same units of measure when performing calculations. If a problem involves inches, feet, and yards, be sure to make the appropriate conversions so all of your values are in the same unit of measure. For example, change all values to feet. When asked to show work or justify your answer, don't be lazy. Write down everything about the problem, including the work you did on your calculator. Include diagrams, calculations, equations, and explanations written in complete sentences. Now is the time to show off what you really can do with this problem.
Don't look on what I cannot do. Focus on what I can do. I may not say I'm a zero, but I can hear and feel it as strongly.
I may not hear, but that does not and should not affect my ability to learn and to function in the real world.
I am a gifted student. I need the opportunity to soar. Support me in my climb to higher levels of learning.
Some of our children have special educational needs. They have a right to an education. So let us teach them the way that they learn and help them to achieve their full potential.
Is Mr. Hampson going to be proud of you?
Yes.
Right. What are you doing right now?
Mathematics.
What are you doing? How are you working?
Good.
And you're working hard?
Yes.
Hard and what?
Excellent.
And excellent. All right, let's go. So what was our first step? We know what our 2 times table. We could say them. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I asked you to get your 4 times. And what did we say was the relationship between 2 and 4?
They are even numbers.
They are even numbers, and how
Multiply by 2.
we can write. If we multiply by 2, the answer that we have for our 2 times table, we can know our 4 times table. I asked you to write out those 4 times tables. Did they match?
Yes.
So do we know that that is true?
Yes.
Right. So that when you're sitting down and somebody says 4 3s, we can say right away, well, I know 2 3s would be 6. So if I multiply 6 by 2, I can get my 4 times table. Isn't that true?
Yes.
All right. Another time I'm coming down to Parham School, because I live just on the other side, right?
Yes.
And seeing if you really do it, because you are going back to Parham School as my teachers. Can I make you be teachers?
Yes.
Okay. You want to teach them the right thing?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's ask you about this one. Here we go. So listen. So we have 2 and we have 4. What is the relationship between 8 in relation to 4? What can we do to get that?
You can multiply.
Multiply by?
4.
If I multiply 4 by 4, am I going to get 8?
Yes. No. 16.
And I don't want 16. What can we? 4 times 2. So if I want 8 and I'm saying 4, it is? 4 times 2 would give me?
8.
All right, let us talk about relationship of numbers first then. So we have, what is our template? What's the main one? 2. Isn't that true?
Yes.
We're going to start with 2. If I have 2 and I want to get 4, what do I have to do?
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2. Okay. If I have 4 and I want to get 8, what do I do?
Multiply by 2.
All right, you hear that? Okay, multiply by 2. Now, do you know another way of saying the answer? Multiply by 2?
Divide.
No, I won't say divide. What's another word we can say? Again?
Times.
Okay, so it is times. But what's another thing we can say to get the answer? It is true when you said yes, you could add, but you would be adding what?
4.
No. Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully. If I have, there's a word I want you to know because I want you to get that vocab. Multiplying by 2 is the same thing as saying what? Well, what are we doing to the number when we're multiplying by 2?
Adding.
What are we adding?
The same number.
The same amount. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so we're adding the same amount. So if I have 4, okay, and I want to multiply by 2, I'm going to get, what is the answer?
8.
Okay. So I want you to know, because you don't know this word. If we're multiplying by 2, I want you to be able to say, we can double, 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 double the answer. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Okay, so if I have 10 and I ask you to double that, what's the answer going to be?
20.
20. If I have 8 and I ask you to double that, what is the answer going to be? Okay, so I can tell you, because you're going to tell your little people because you're teachers, you remember that?
Yes.
I can tell you, if you have your 4 times table and you double the answers, you're going to get the answer for the 8 times table. Is that easy to say?
Yes.
Okay, so if we have our 4 times table and we double our answers, we're going to get the answer for the 8 times table. Or else we can tell you again, if you multiply the answer for your 4 times table by 2, we're going to get the answers for our 8 times table. Use any one of these methods that I just told you about to get the answers for your 8 times table. So I want you writing down your 8 times table now, please. Okay, so you see we have a packet. Hey, Matthew. So you see, yes, we have a package. What you try to do is to show our students that there are relationships existing between numbers. So they're not just learning tables for the sake of knowing something, okay? The tables will be used as a tool. So it's not just for mental arithmetic, okay? It is something to take along with them and to see, right, so I can divide this number into X, Y, and Z. I can split it into 2. We can tell them the other vocabularies at the same time too, and it is easy for them. Because these little children, they can add fast, you know, their little fingers can count quickly. So if you say double, okay, and they have 10, and they say they're doubling it, and you put down 10 and 10, they can add that quickly and get your answer. So we tell them those things in the mathematics classroom. Do not leave it for the English teachers alone. All right, communication is important. Let us see what they are doing right now. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. Yes, because we're doubling answers, boy. Yeah, it's easy to look across and see we're doubling. Finish? Are we finished? Yes. Okay. Right. All right. Oh boy. Yes, I have to tell Mr. Hampson, these guys, they're working fast, boy. So we're just looking at our 4 times and doubling and getting the answer. Is that true? Yes. Okay. But Miss Smith, you're smart, man. All right. So who's daddy now? That's Terry, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, you're related to me, so you have to be bright, man. Okay, go ahead. Yes. Yeah, you ask him when you see him the next time. They don't even know that. That's one thing we're not doing in Antigua, telling our poor people who the families are, where the bloodline runs. Okay? Because notice who is finishing fast all the time. Yeah, she's related to me, but she didn't eat some of the fish I ate. All right? So now we have to make certain, oh, they're smart, but they're breathing the same, some of the air that I got. Okay? Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, 2 more minutes. Come fast, man. We're working fast. Okay? No. It's not only the 4 times. We're now doing our 8 times table. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're looking at the 4 and doubling it. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So when you double 4, what's the answer?
8.
When we double 8, what's the answer?
16.
When we double 12, what's the answer?
24.
Okay, because we know we're just putting them and adding. And that is just infant one adding.
Yes.
16 plus 16. 24 plus 24. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's hear you now. Rattle off those numbers for me that you got for your 8 times table. Let's hear the numbers. 8,
16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 54, 64, 72, 80, 81, 90.
8 times 11 will give me what?
88.
Yes, because when we double 44, what are we going to get for the answer? 88. And then when we double 48, what are we going to get for the answer?
96.
Okay, those who didn't get them right the first time, we're going to check again because we're going to have a big break this time, okay? And then we're going to go on. So when you leave here, listen, you're going to know your 2 times, your 4 times, your 8 times, how to get it. You understand me?
Yes.
Okay, and then we're coming back and we're going to do the 3s in a package. You're going to be some of the brightest students because I'm going to make certain that that is true. You're going to be my teachers too. What are you going to be?
Teachers.
All right, because a nation is only strong when we have educated people. And what do you want to do?
Work hard.
Work hard. All right. So, parents, just encourage your students, okay? They can do it. They will learn. But we have got to motivate them as our teachers in the classroom. Don't care how dull they come. Don't care how sick they come. By the time they get there, just make up a little bed for them and with the little hand on one side, still give them a pen and paper. You'll see how much work you still get out of them. Okay? So, This is it. And we have to thank our cameraman. Give your cameraman a round of applause, please. Okay. And our timekeeper, Aisha, she's out of the forum today because you're here and you're really talking up. And wave to your friends at home because they're looking, okay? So next week they're going to see you because you have done a fantastic job. And give yourselves a round of applause. Okay. And we have to thank the busman who brought you here too, and Mr. Hampson for making certain that it happens. So until tomorrow, this is Karen Weston on behalf of ABU Unit and Master in Mathematics saying, have a good evening and we'll be back.
Join us next time for another in the series, Mastering Mathematics, a production of the Education Broadcasting Unit in the Ministry of Education and ABS TV.